Hello there, everybody. How is everybody doing tonight, today, this afternoon, wherever you are? It's another episode of Beyond the Cage with Jack. So, fight friends, welcome to another episode of Beyond the Cage with me, Jack, where we get to know more than the fighters' records and see them in a different or more in-depth light. Uh, for this episode, my first guest is a very interesting man. His skills in the field of graphics design is of the highest caliber. He made projects with combat sports and boxing promotions worldwide. So he's in the international caliber when it comes to the graphic designing. And he's also a fighter and competes in gi and no-gi competitions and is coaching amateur MMA fighters in UAE, specifically in, I think this is Baku MMA team. The man behind the PCC's graphic excellence. Please welcome none other than John Che Baltazar. Hey, brother.
Good evening sa inyo dyan, mga kabayan. Puyat pa ako nito. Nakita mo yung event ko kagabi, puyat. Sobra.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, yeah. That was really a high caliber uh event. Even the like I told you when you sent me the video, I told you parang the buildings na nasa Hollywood.
Oo. Sobra,
Uh what,
sobrang ano.
your, what time is it there, bro?
Around 4 p.m.
4
4
p.m.
p.m.
Wow. Wow,
I'm with my
nice.
family now.
Oh,
Andito
okay.
kami sa
Hi,
ano.
family.
Nasa driving kami kanina, then nag-stop dito sa kainan
Mm,
para
okay.
ano. Sobrang traffic pa uwi pa eh.
Oh, okay. So you're is it your after work or did you come from
No, no,
someplace?
no. Minute up ko lang yung new company ko na
Mm,
kunin ko yung bagong equipment like camera, laptop, MacBook, and then
mhm. All right. Have you had any sleep yet?
honestly, hindi, pinulikat ako kaninang madaling araw.
Mm-hmm.
Alam mo, ito
Nag
pa nga, ito pa, di ba, pinupulikat ako. Alam mo, ginawa sa
mm.
akin ng misis ko. Inangkel lock ako. Sabi ko, wag yan ang gawin mo, i-push mo yung ano ko. Pinuputlak ako. Kaya ayun,
Yeah. Yeah.
masaya.
Everybody's afraid of putlucks. And did you train this morning or
No, no,
just
I just slept all
therapy
day.
by your wife?
Yes, sobrang ano.
All right. So to those who are watching, this is the genius behind PCC's graphics department, John Che Baltazar. So tell us something about you, your origin story, a bit of
Oh,
background.
yes, I'm John. Call me Janche Baltasar I'm from Olongapo City. Yes, and then kung paano ako napunta sa gantong
Yes.
industry like
Mm-hmm.
honestly, nung bata ako, mahilig talaga ako sa extreme na talaga, extreme sports. Kasi
Wow.
when I was a young age, I do skateboarding till now and surfing.
Mm. Wow.
So, skater ako. As in hardcore skater talaga na nag-grind ako sa mga handrails, nag-hard flip sa mga stairs, even competition, sinasalihan ko. Ganun ako competitive sa extreme sport talaga. And then, kaya ako napunta sa combat sports, siguro college, oh yes, college day yun, around 2003. Yun, may MMA club sa lugar namin, sa Olongapo.
Mhm.
They called it ground infantry MMA. Doon talaga siya nagsimula. Then yun, yung kababata ko, yun yung coach ko, saka nag-promote sa akin, professor ko siya sa Jiu-Jitsu. Kaya
Mhm.
doon nag-start, since 2003, pero hindi ako nag-active noon. Parang hardcore skater ako, kung ano na yung gusto ko. bata. Then 2014, doon ako bumalik pa konti-konti. Then 2016, doon ako nagsali. Then till now. Sa jiu-jitsu na.
So technically, you've been in the fight business for a long time because 2003 is way back. I was still, I think, in grade school, 2003, listening to Backstreet Boys. So you are a
Oo.
veteran. You are a veteran
Hindi
in
naman.
this.
Siguro nasa passion ko yung combat sports and yun. Pero hindi ako nag-try lumaban eh. Hindi talaga as in, hindi ako nag-try. Nakikipag-spar ako, oo, pero lumaban hindi eh. Yun.
What was the reason behind it? Ano ba?
Siguro
Connections?
nung
You don't know.
hindi, that time sobrang liit ng bayad din. 1,000. Hindi, malaking bayad 800 pesos na.
Hmm.
Yun. Pero
Okay.
sumasama-sama ako sa mga coach ko no. Yung coach ko is yung dalawang coach ko magkapatid. Undefeated sila sa MMA. Kung i-research mo yung Banyas Brothers, sila tatlo, mga MMA fighter.
Banyas Brothers
From
from Olongapo City.
Yun. Kahit sa PXC, alam ko lumaro sila sa PXC.
Oh yeah,
And then,
PXC.
yung isang coach ko, ka-sparring partner niya yung mga Team Lakay, sila Loman, Kenny, yung mga yan.
Wow. So these are high caliber fighters. You mentioned that you're a skater. Can you show any like scars from the skating?
Yung itong wrist ko, bali na to eh. Ito, ayun, kung makikita mo, medyo bali na siya. Kasi, nung nag-handrail ako, nag-try ako mag-stroke drain sa handrail. Ang bail ko, face plant. So, itong bail ko, nakaganon yung sa ground. Nakaganon yung, para ako ni-wrist lock sa ground. Yun, so, yun lang. Tapos yung tuhod ko, nag-snap na rin siya. Dito ko naman ako yung injury sa Dubai. Yung sa tuhod ko. Nag-snap yung tuhod ko. Nag-handrail din ako. That was 2018. Yun. Pero nag-jiu-jitsu, MMA na ako na.
So, you're really into extreme sports.
Hardcore sports, honestly. Even surfing.
Because when I was a kid, I wanted to be a skateboarder, but from where I was, there weren't a lot of shops to buy skateboards, so I went roller skating. So, and I had classmates when I was in high school. They did skateboarding. They have a lot of scars, and one of them had like cast one day. So that's really, it takes a lot of guts to be in that sport.
Ayun, naalala ko pa pala. 2011 to 2015, I was a filmer for Vans. Diyan, sa Vans Philippines.
Wow. Vans.
Every,
that's like,
yeah. Vans shoes.
Like if you say like here, especially in the pop culture, if you say Vans, that's associated with punk rock and skateboards. Yeah.
And also one of the big brands in the Philippines.
Yep. Really, really good ones. I'd like one, but my feet are not meant to wear those. So I wanted to ask you a question. So we've tackled your kind of origin story. This is kind of skipping, but I'm very intrigued since your background is you've been with high level international brands. What made you decide to be a part of PCC? Because PCC is like before this, PCC was non-existent. So we don't have, PCC doesn't have any kind of anything before that. So it's like bam, we're here. What made you decide to be in this project?
Honestly, nung nakilala ko si JL, kasi meron kaming team talaga. Yung para magkakaibigan kami. And sinishare ko sa kanila yung skills ko, yung knowledge ko about design and motion graphics and as a
Mm.
marketing designer. Since then, ang talagang passion ko kasi talaga ang combat sports eh. Gusto kong magkaroon ng contribute sa MMA community natin dyan sa Philippines.
Mm.
Na yung as in yung may pagmamalaki nating brand talaga na branding kumbaga. Kasi yun yung pinaka-importante sa isang promotion is branding. And then yung knowledge ko, shinare ko, minessage ko si Joe. Sabi ko, Joe, pwede ba ako mag-design ng kasi gusto ko makatulong sa community. Then yun, doon na nag-start. Gawa ko ng sample template and then yun, nagustuhan nila. And then itong pangalawa, mas lalo magugustuhan niyo yung design. Yan
It,
talaga, gusto kong makatulong sa community natin, lalo na sa mga fighters dyan. Kasi, kung kilala niyo si Jason Vergara,
yeah. Mm.
yan, isa sa in-sponsor. Kasi may brand, combat brand din ako dyan eh, like yung Strive Combat. Yan.
Wow.
Sino,
So you really go
si
ahead.
Arvin Chan, yan, sinuportahan ko rin siya nung lumaban dito sa UAE, Jason Vergara, madami eh, lalo na sa mga pro boxers. Pro boxers ako nagde-design ng mga clothings nila and then papagawa namin dyan sa, may ka-partner akong gumagawa dyan ng mga combat sports sa, ng mga damit, mga shorts. Yun, for sponsorship, libre, sige, go.
So
Yun yung
from
ano talaga. Yun yung gusto ko talaga yung nakakatulong kami na about kasi nahirap as a fighter wala kang kikitain talaga.
yes, exactly. So from what you're saying right now, it's like you've been a man behind the scenes, and when it comes to MMA, boxing, and combat sports here in the Philippines. So you're the man behind the wall, helping many people. Like these are not unknown names. Like Arvin Chan is a really known name here in the Philippines, and
Yes.
maybe his inner circle knows you, but not a lot of people knows there's the
Ano?
people behind these, right? So
Yes,
you've
yes.
been actually in this industry for a long time now, and that's wonderful. For this is for the wider audience that are listening to us and watching us right now. um I want to make it clear, this PCC is your project, correct? You're
Mm.
not like, and when it comes to finances, there's nothing like
No, no,
there's no
no.
big
And
money. Mhm.
I will be straightforward to you guys. I reached to Joe. I'm willing to help the PCCs without any payment or any getting money from them because I want to help with the Filipino MMA community also. With all the designs that I want to put the brand in another level.
Wow, so you are like, because I've been thinking since you've been with like really big brands. Like and I I, as much as I want to say the brands, I can't. But these are really big brands. Like for the audience, imagine if you say MMA, what's the first organization that's gonna come to your mind? That's it. So
UFC.
so John Che is at that level, and he's doing all this for free, no money. And that shows a lot about how you take this as your passion, as your passion in life. So
Yes. As a
thank
passion
you.
as a fighter, as a passion as a fighter also because I experienced how they train you guys. Also,
Mhm.
I
Yes,
experienced it.
yes. Mhm.
Napakahirap. Sobrang hirap.
Absolutely, especially like when you have a day job, diba?
Mhm. Mhm.
Because you have to adjust ano ba yung what time is your work, what time do you get out of work, then i-adjust mo pa yung recovery period mo, you need to sleep a lot, and
Yes.
that's a whole process on its own. Minsan it's really tiring, but because of the passion, and you
Yeah.
train amateur fighters.
Yes.
And
Honestly, they have a fight. They have a fight right now in Abu Dhabi, the UAE MMA, yeah.
Mhm.
But I skip. Some of them
um
are they win this morning. Yesterday. Oh no, today they're starting, and then one of my students won also.
wow,
They're
congratulations.
in like yeah. I think six of them are fighting on that card now
Mhm.
in
Is
Abu
it
Dhabi
boxing?
because no, it's a MMA amateur.
MMA.
It's a, yeah, it's a UAE MMA.
Okay. Wow, that's really amazing. Uh, forgive my ignorance. How far is Abu Dhabi from where you are right now?
If you have car, 1.5 hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
1.5. So,
Yeah.
wow, that's quite a distance.
Yes.
Um, yeah, I'm not good in geography. So speaking of, we've talked about you being a graphics designer and you being a fighter and a coach. I want to know because I'm kind of doing a bit of the work that you're doing, not at your level, of course.
Uh,
I want to know what's the influence when it comes to how does fighting influence you with your artwork?
honestly, passion talaga siya eh.
Mhm.
Kapag nasa passion mo siya, and then if you have a talent for doing this creative skills like graphic designs and animation, yung creativity flow mo na yung magdadala sa'yo para magawa mo lahat. Like,
Mhm.
halimbawa, sa PCC, branding. If you notice, dun sa unang-unang brand ng PCC, yung background nun is Mandaluyong talaga. And then, from the other design, si JL na yung gumawa. Kasi,
Mhm.
sinabi ko sa kanya na sobrang busy ako and then, alam niya na may project akong malaki. Ito nga, yung boxing kahapon.
Mhm.
Sinend ko sa iyo yung mga videos. So, lahat ako
Yep.
nag-direct, lahat ko ganun.
Mhm.
From graphic
Oh yeah.
designs to social media artworks, marketing
Mhm.
collaterals, to LED, even broadcasting. Ako din naman. So,
Wow, you're like a one-man army in this one.
yes, lahat.
And I
Pagka-din
think
sobrang
I saw tidbits of the event. Man, that was really top level. So for for designing, I can only I I could probably make the stuff that I'm doing right now because I know how MMA and combat sports work. So if probably I don't know anything, I'm just a graphics designer expert, I probably
Mhm.
would have a hard time doing this. But
For me, for for that, honestly, YouTube is really easy learning now. Kasi nandun na lahat eh. Like,
Mhm.
kahit sa Google, i-search mo, mag-search ka ng mga templates, PSDs. Aralin mo yung PSDs mo. PSD file nila. Aaralin mo lang kung paano yung layering, kung paano yung color correction. And then after nun, mag-YouTube ka and then gumawa ka ng siguro simple artwork lang muna. Mag-put ka ng text, i-texture mo yung photos. And then yung pinakamahalaga doon kasi kapag may good quality photos ka,
Okay.
doon lalabas yung creativity mo. Research ka lang talaga. Sobrang
Mhm.
research ka sa mga, not just only MMA, yung i-research mo. Mag-research ka ng lahat ng mga
Mhm.
summer festival, car show. Kasi doon mo makikita yung branding kung ano eh, kung paano gagana eh.
Mhm. And
Doon ka na magkakaroon ng idea.
you've approached me like one Sunday night about the branding of this whole the podcast, and
Mhm.
you created this whole thing, the thing around
Yes.
us, um,
Yes.
and I realized like branding is it's as much as important as marketing and getting
Yes.
your page followers because like my thought process was as you know as I was talking to you, I was
Mhm.
actually in the mall that time, so I look at two, like I think it was chicken. So I look at two different chickens, and I saw that the branding of the other one was it was more beautiful. It was more put together. So I'm like, if I don't know these brands, I would pick the one that has the beautiful logo in it. So
Yes.
in a way, you know your stuff with branding. And like
Yes.
I said, since may alam ka nga sa MMA and how combat sports is, parang you can incorporate that to your artwork.
Mhm. Also,
Now,
even as a even ito mahalaga rin 'to sa professional fighter. Magkaroon sila ng sarili nilang brand. So, they
mm,
can attract more sponsorship pag lumaban sila. Ganun ang
mm,
nangyayari ngayon dito sa UAE. Sa UAE, every fighter, they have a brand. So,
mm,
pagdating nila ng laban, hindi sila gagastos sa lahat. Nutritionist, gym payments, even
mm,
yung conditioning nila sa health nila, even
mm,
sa mga pag-sauna or check-in sa mga hotels, sponsors lahat
yeah.
ang gagastos nila. Dahil may brand sila.
Mm.
Yun ang
And
ibig
I
sabihin
guess,
ng brand. Kaya kung
excuse
dyan
me.
sa mga fighters natin, mga local fighters natin, kung masisimulan nila yung brand nila para sa sarili nila, malaki makukuha nilang sponsorships.
And I guess, and you know this because you're a fighter too. That takes away a lot of the stress when it comes to preparing for fights and events as a fighter, because I remember I was an independent fighter before. I was just I had to worry about my weight on my own, my training on my own, my nutrition on my own, logistics, accommodation. I have to get all of those on my own. So like right now I'm realizing branding is really important, because in if like I'm somebody that's not really in like civilian, I would
Yes.
I would see it like, oh, this one is more legit. This one is more legit than this one. So going
Mhm.
back to the chicken, that's the mindset that branding has. It changes a lot. It changes your game a lot in the bigger
Yes.
picture.
Oh, yes. Like Mark Striegel. Yes, brand. He has a lot of sponsors.
Yep. hmm
That's the
Oh yeah,
value.
Mark Striegel. And right now his I mean, first time I've seen him is not actually in events. I've seen him in, like, what was that? A Shades commercial. So I was like,
Mhm.
okay. Then I saw him in an event. I was like, that's the Shades guy. So that's what's in my
Yes.
mind. The
Also,
branding.
ito
That's
pa, last 2022 yata, I bring Mark Stiegel to my gym in the Philippines to have a seminar. It's for free. And
oh,
it's
he did
for
it for
free.
free.
Yes.
Wow.
To all the people there in Olonga Pacific, it's for free,
Mhm.
honestly. That was
So
last
mhm.
2022. Yes.
Wow. So everything is like for the passion of the art.
Yes. Yes.
Now, speaking of all the nitty gritty stuff, how do you balance being a graphics designer and an MMA coach and an MMA fighter?
Honestly, yung pagtitrain ko, hindi na ako nakakapag-train.
Recently.
Sa Jiu-Jitsu, lalo na sa Jiu-Jitsu, nung nasa Dubai ako, nakakapag-train ako. Pero sa ibang Emirates kasi ako nakatira eh, Sharjah.
Mm,
So
okay.
doon, pure MMA sila, eh hindi na ako nag-MMA eh. Pure MMA, puro Russian yun. So pag may mga Nogi open mat sila, doon ako sumisingit.
But generally,
Yeah.
how do you prepare if you can train and you have a match? How do you balance the work
Mm,
and
honestly, stress reliever talaga siya eh. Yun. Madali siyang i-balance din eh, kung talagang gusto rin. Lalo na kung nasa combat sports ka. Madali siya.
so all the all the stress and the hardships in your work would be offset by the training.
Mhm. Pero
But how
sometimes
do you
mahirap pa. Mahirap.
mm, but how do you do this? Like how do you schedule like training, and is it before or after? How what's the process on that?
Mo- Mostly weekend na lang. Mostly weekend.
Mm,
Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday.
okay. Oh yeah,
Mm.
same as me. I train Thursdays, then I run at Sundays, then I do it again on Tuesday. So there's like always one
Mm.
day, because if you don't mind,
Pero
how advanced is your age now?
I'm 40 years old.
Wow. Honestly,
Mm.
I thought you were like
40,
at
40.
my level. I thought you were like
No,
early
like
30s. Wow, what's your
1985.
secret? Oh, Gen X.
Si family? No, family. Love. Love was my
Wow.
secret daw. Kaya I'm look young. I told them family. My family is my inspiration.
Yep. hmm That's they bring a lot of well, it's because I have a kid, then
Mm.
they bring stress sometimes, but
Yes,
they
I
bring a
know.
lot of happiness in your life too.
Pero honestly,
So
naniniwala ako kung hindi mo sisimulan sa kung hindi mo sisimulan sa sarili mo, doon ka mababang talaga. Yun lang yung
yep.
key factors para ma-achieve mo rin yung lahat.
Mm,
Saka para maging masaya ka.
yeah. Um I think we have one or two questions more before we because I don't want to take too much of your time. Where do you
Yeah.
see yourself more focused on moving forward? Because I see you helping a lot of people here in the MMA Philippines, and right now in PCC. Where do you see yourself in the future?
In the future, matulungan ko
Like
rin
what is
sila
what is
kasi
your
sobrang
what is your vision?
my vision is honestly matulungan ko rin sila kasi ang hirap na mabuhay din sa Philippines. Eh. Kung matututo sila kung paano nila i-brand or i-market yung sarili nila, mas makakaahon sila or mas magkakaroon sila ng katulad ng sinabi niyo, kailangan nila ng branding. Opportunity talaga. Then yung opportunity din na binibigay ko na share knowledge and support sa mga tao. Yun talaga inspirations na gusto kong mangyari. And then for the future, na sana hindi mawala sa tao yun.
Mm. All right. So uh I've I've been contemplating a lot on what you've been saying. This is this is a noble cause, John Che, because number one, you're not getting anything out of this, and number
Okay.
two, right? And number two, if mm, on top of number one, you are shelling out X amount for other people and sharing knowledge just so you can see MMA Philippines and combat sports in the Philippines rise up. And I guess
Yes.
that's the reason why you and Joe are working together with PCC. I guess you're sharing the same vision.
Yes. Also, I don't brag anything. I'm just behind the scenes, so
Yep,
I don't
yep.
vlog it.
hmm
That's me. Even nung nandito last time sa PFL, si Panyales and Coach D,
Mm, yeah.
hindi ako nagpo-post na sa akin galing yung mouth guard and groin cup ni Panyales. Sila na yung nag-post. Kasi
Okay.
hindi naman ako yung taong mga pro fighter ko sikat sa Pilipinas. Kailangan ko i-post no. Hindi. Nakilala ako ni Coach D. Kanina ka-video call ko si Coach D. Gustong-gusto nila ako makasama.
Wow.
This
So
April babalik sila. Babalik sila. Bernacan naman.
so you're really well connected here in the entirety of the MMA Philippines. And
Yes, even Coach Franco nung umuwi ako diyan, nag-meet kami. Franco yung, binigyan ko sila ng mga gift, yung mga, meron kasi yung Jiu-Jitsu Academy ko, yung Roger Gracie. Meron kaming
Mm.
brand ng finger tape for Jiu-Jitsu. So, ang dami kong inuwi nun. Binigyan ko sila Prof. Franco, sila Matt Mangubat, yun, pati sa
Mm.
gym namin, binigyan ko sila.
You're a very generous person, Janche.
Mm.
Any like in the future, maybe when you decide to come here, go back to the Philippines, any chance that you will fight in the local MMA scene?
Oo, gusto ko. Gusto ko. Kahit once
Would
lang.
that be MMA,
Amateur.
Jiu-Jitsu?
It's up to Joe. Alam na ni Joe yun. Nakita niya kung paano ko
Oh,
mag-train.
okay. All right,
Ito.
all right.
Pero amateur lang ayoko nung maybe jiu-jitsu nogi. Nogi.
But
And I'm a blue belt. I'm a blue belt only, okay? I'm
only
not
I have no
purple.
belt. I have
I
no
just
belt, so
I got promoted last year only. Last year
oh
na ako
wow,
na-promote.
congratulations.
Yeah.
How long does
Nung
that
umuwi
take?
ako.
Like I'm curious.
Kasi nag-start, nung nasa Olonga po kami, puro kami nogi. Nung nag-serious kami mag-belt, 2015 na, 2016, or 2017. 2017 or 2016. Ganun. 2016, yan, nag-belt kami. Tagal din.
That's like
Almost 9
wow.
9 years.
9 years. So from because I don't know, I'm sorry, I'm very ignorant when it comes to the belting system in jiu-jitsu. From white, how many
Mhm.
belts is it from white going to blue?
White, blue. Marami dyan sa
Oh, so
Pilipinas, white pa rin. Pero mga purple belt na yung skills nila. Or brown.
okay.
Kasi
Yeah,
hindi sila napopromote ng proper. And then, lack of training sa club talaga. Sa club talaga manggagaling yan. Kung paano, ka-loyalty, ka-dedicated sa club mo. Doon mo ma-earn yung belting system talaga. Kasi marami nagsiship sa mga ibang clubs. Marami nag-i-stop sa white belt, mag-focus sa nogi.
mm,
Yan. Pero, iba kasi ang laro ng jiu-jitsu eh. Iba ang laro talaga. Discipline talaga. Pagdating ng jiu-jitsu, discipline talaga. As in discipline. I-out mo na yung MMA. I-out mo sa jiu-jitsu ang MMA. Ang jiu-jitsu discipline talaga siya. Doon mo
yeah, I
doon
agree.
malaking tulong talaga sa yung pag-jiu-jitsu kung paano mo may execute yung buhay mo.
Mm.
Patience.
And like looking at it, jiu-jitsu is basically problem solving while the problem is happening to you. So, when
Yes.
you incorporate that to your life, it's gonna change a lot. It's gonna change your
Yes.
decision making a lot.
Yes. I remember also ito 2019 na. Nanu- Nag-attend ako ng seminar ni Royce Gracie. Royce Gracie
Oh
is
wow.
first UFC 1 champion, right? And
Yep.
then he sit with us. He sit with us and he told to all the people there that keep on learning. Don't sacrifice but keep on learning.
So
Basic words pero ang laki ng impact.
yep. So it's just consistency. And just like any other field, consistency is the key.
Mhm. Patience din talaga.
Mhm. And looking at that logic, like even in skateboarding, if you fell the first time and you got up and do it again,
No,
and continue.
ang skateboarding naman attitude eh. Bi-
Yeah,
bihira ka makaka bihira ka makaka-experience ng tao na may respeto sa skateboarding din. Sa circle.
well, it's a whole sport and it's a whole culture on
Mm,
its own. So
mm.
and I remember when I was in high school and college, because I was in a rock band. I have a lot of people that are doing skateboarding. Pretty cool people, pretty relaxed people.
Kaya nga ano eh, skate at your own risk.
Mm, okay, all right. I want to ask you one more
Mm.
question before we wrap
Hello?
things up. Um, Can you share what can we learn from John Che in as a whole, in as an MMA fighter, as a what can you share with the audience?
Honestly, connect with the people with a good attitude. Hello?
Sorry, you cut
Connect.
out.
Na-connect ba sila?
Yeah,
Sorry, sorry.
you cut out. Sorry. What can
Yeah,
you
yeah.
share with the people right now, especially with people that wanna start with MMA?
Nawawala yung wifi.
You're back.
Hello, nawawala yung wifi. Sorry. You're
Yeah.
still there? Oh,
So
yes. Ito, yung para sa akin, siguro, like, basic life lang to eh. Basic life lang para makuha mo yung respeto ng isang tao. Connect with the people with a good attitude. Yun lang. Kung
I want
maya-adapt mo sa sarili mo, kung maya-adapt mo sa sarili mo or ma-adapt mo sa ibang tao, yun yung pinaka-best na mararamdaman mo. Na marami kang circle of friends kahit na hindi kayo nag-uusap, kahit international. Connections ba? Yung connections. Like sa trabaho ko ngayon, nami-meet ko yung mga tao through connections lang din.
mm,
If you have a good attitude, you will get a lot of clients.
that's a really um that's really short and simple, but if you
Mm,
look at it in the grander scheme of things, it's really all about that. Because I
yes.
remember I'm not here. I'm not gonna be here where I am if I didn't meet the people that I met before. I didn't meet Joe. I didn't meet Sasha Clifford, JL, all those people. I'm not gonna be
Mhm.
here talking to you right now if I
Yes.
didn't meet those people. So yep, I definitely agree on that. And also, do not burn bridges. Sometimes just close them. Maybe open them next time.
May may tanong sa iyo.
Hmm, yeah, go ahead.
Straight straightforward ba masyado?
Not really. It's okay.
Hindi, ganun kasi
You're
ako
okay.
straightforward.
Yeah, I
Straightforward
like
ako
that.
magsalita.
Mm, I like that. Like even in chats,
Mhm.
it's you're very satisfying to chat with because you're very straightforward with your
Mm.
answers. So yeah, I like that. Um, I'm gonna give you the this time
Mhm.
to say something to the audience and thank the people. If
Oh,
you wanna,
from the Filipino people there, maybe you should wait for my upcoming big events. There is recent projects that I'm going to work on right now that I will bring a Filipino fighter here in Rio. With all my, because I'm going to handle the creative directions of that promotions. And I will bring some or maybe two Filipino fighters to that promotion. And then, what else? Yeah, just have fun. Keep learning. See.
anyone you wanna thank.
Oh, I want to thank my team back in Philippines. We are the one the grappling fight in Pilipinas. It was already registered from Brazil. from our professors in Brazil. It's one.
Wow.
This is one of the team that you never heard in jiu-jitsu competition in Philippines because we just only in Olongapo, but we are a top fighter when it comes to
Mhm.
jiu-jitsu. Yes.
Oh, hey.
Yes, I want to.
Um,
I,
sorry, you
sorry.
have a fan here that
Mm-hmm.
wants you has wants something from you.
Oh, what's up? Oh, yeah, yes, yes, yes. Yun pala. Meron kasi akong brand, yung Strive Combat. Then, siguro ang kapartner ko, ewan ko pa kung papayag si JL. Maglalabas kami ng sparring gloves for MMA and then mamimigay kami ng tungkol this sa mga deserving na talagang lalaban internationally for their equipments. And then
Wow.
also sa PCC, naggawa ko ng brand ng shorts eh. For every fight, dapat uniform base na talaga ang fighting system
Mm.
nila. Like PFL, they have their own uniform. UFC, 1FC, I think they have. No, wala sa 1FC. Yun yung
Mm.
isa sa mga goals namin pagdating din sa Philippines.
I am
Na,
very excited with that news.
mm,
This is like we're being international level standards here.
yes.
Wow.
Even rush guards, I'm designing the rush guards already. I propose it to Joe, but this time maybe 3 or 5 PCC we're doing that.
And we're looking forward to those. Janche, it's been an honor to have you here in my show. And I hope to see
Yeah,
you in person, and I hope to see you again here in my show
yeah.
in the future.
Mhm.
Uh,
Also, can I thank someone there
Go
in the
ahead.
Philippines? Yeah. I want to thank my team, GF Team Pilipinas, Black Icon, but Olongo City, and to all my teammates, my sparring partner, John Lawrence, nung umuwi ako, pinagugong yung ilong ko. Yeah. And then, my family there, Olongo po, and also to all the MMA fighters, boxers in the Philippines. Keep on learning. That's it.
All right.
Sa coach ko pala, sa professor ko, kay Rod Banyes. Thank you so much.
All right. Janche, it's been a pleasure talking to
Hello.
you for the first time.
Hello.
You
Nawala?
you take care, bro.
No, nawala ba?
Yeah,
Nawala,
you were
nawala.
yep, you were cutting in and out
Naglalag ako?
for a bit. Uh for a few
Ah,
seconds, yeah.
okay. Bibilisan ko na lang. Yeah, bilisan ko na lang. I want to thank to all
Go ahead.
my Olonga Puti team, MMA and Black Eye Combat Fitness, GF team, Sambales Surfers. Yan.
Let's wait a few seconds. I think John Che got disconnected. Well, there you have it. That was John Che Baltazar, the graphics genius behind PCC, Philippine Combat Championship. Uh, he's a really interesting guy. I'm messaging John Che right now. All right. So for my next guest, I don't think I need to introduce him, but I'm gonna introduce him anyway. Um, he's someone somehow close to me since he is one of my training partners for quite a while now. About a year has passed, or more than a year. He has had a meteoric rise fame in the local MMA scene. He did step into international fight scene. Fight friends, I am honored to introduce to you the charismatic, exhilarating, the man, the myth, the soon-to-be legend, Jansen, Kid Rock, Taladtad.
There you
Hey!
go. Yo, what's up? Kamusta ang lahat? Yan. Johnson Kidrak Talantad here. Yo, what's up? Ano bang agenda today? Tonight.
um, this is really, I'm sorry, everyone. This is really like, because in the gym we goof around and we're here being serious and all. Agenda. I don't have any agenda. That's my secret.
Yeah.
Um, so welcome. Officially, I officially welcome you to my show, and this is mostly for the people that are watching because yeah, we we see each other every week. So how are you? How are you this night?
So far, I'm feeling well, yeah. Meron lang mga konting sakit ng ulo regarding sa matchmaking, sa PCC
Uh-huh.
and
Yep.
sa
Yep.
trabaho na rin. Pero,
Mm.
I'm great, yeah. I'm great.
Did you have work today, like Saturday?
Oh, no. Today, though, I don't have.
Okay. All right. So all right, everybody watching, you wanna know? You wanna know Kid Rock in depth? Kid Rock. All right. So Johnson, can you give us your origin story here?
Ayun, sa origin story ni Kid Rock, ayun, I was raised in the province of Oriental Mindoro and Rojas. Yeah. But I was born in
Sorry,
um
I'm gonna cut you off. I received a message from
sure.
uh John Che because he got cut off. Sorry, I'm just gonna read this real quick. Um, so John Che said to mention his team, Black Eye Combat and Fitness, GF Team Pilipinas, Zambales Surfers, Olongapo Skate Scene, and to all the MMA fighters and boxers that he knows and are close to him, to his professor, Evertold Toneborn, Tonebone, and Rod Banez, John Lawrence, and the whole team. Roger Gracie Dubai, Black Wolf MMA team, Filipino Mafia Jiu Jitsu. Thank you. Kain na. All right. That was John Che Baltazar, everybody. All right. So going back, you were from, you mentioned you were from Mindoro.
Yeah,
Hmm.
the
Go
province of
ahead.
Oriental Mindoro. Yes, in the southern district of Oriental Mindoro, sa Rojas, and doon ako lumaki. Doon ako nag-elementary, nag-high school, and then nag-college na rin. Pero hindi ko natapos yung college. So yun, sino nga ba si Kid Rock dati? Si Johnson kasi, si Kid Rock, isa lang siyang shy type person before na nabubuli nung bata. And ayun, meron lang a small circle of friends like siguro sa baryo pero hindi ganoon kadikit kasi yung bahay namin sa province is solo siya sa like parang hindi siya dikit sa karamihang bahay.
Mm.
So si Kid Rock lagi siyang nandun sa um, sa somewhere sa palayan, sa kagubatan ganun like yun. And then maybe that's the reason why I have this physique right now na na bato-bato or yeah, like what you're telling.
Yummy.
Ayun. Scary ba? Ayun. Yun, maaga din kasi ako nagtrabaho like siguro parang 12 years old, nag-extra na ako noon or 14 niya sa construction. And then nung nag-high school ako from third year yata ng high school. I was selling tuba. You know the tuba?
Yep.
Yung sa
Sugarcane.
farm. Yeah. And then yung tuba na yon, binibenta siya tuwing umaga dun sa mga pedicab drivers. Yun yung mga umiinom ng tuba. So yun yung nagiging source of baon ko. And then yun din yung nakapagpaaral sa akin nung college ako. And yun, napilitan na lang talaga ako magtrabaho, lumuwas nun and i-stop yung college ko kasi sobrang hindi ko na rin talaga kaya, and yun, hindi din kaya ng parents ko. So after that, siguro parang 19 years old ako noon, 19 or 20 before pandemic. Nasa Pampanga ako noon. I was working in Pampanga for almost 2 years as a construction worker, and by that wala pa rin sa isip ko na mag MMA noon. Pero parang I was doing some workout like to maintain my body, you know. And ayun, may nakita akong isang gym doon na yung gym kasi ko, yung Fight Republic sa Pampanga. And then yung magkano ba sahod ko noon? Parang 600 yata a day. And then nag-inquire ako doon sa MMA, nila per session is 500. So yun, chinaga ko yun, and then parang naghanap ako noon ng mga fighting promotion na para at least sabi ko, try ko. Kasi yung lolo ko, mahilig siya sa boxing, and then din siya sa MMA, nanood din siya nung parang kasikatan na nila ng Team Lakay. Like parang we have 5 Filipino champions na noon sa one championship na sabay-sabay sila ng champion. And then I find it like parang interesting to why not i-try ko? At least in my entire life magkaroon ako ng experience, kasi hindi naman talaga ako mahilig sa suntukan or away kalye, ganon. So yun, doon nag-umpisa, and then after that parang siguro mga naka 5 sessions lang ako noon, or yan. And then moving forward, parang 2022, yun, doon ako nagkaroon ng debut fight dito sa UGB, sa Pasig. And then doon ko rin nung nakita si coach. By that time, parang sa TV ko pa lang siya nakikita before, like yan sila Iron Montilla, yung mga kasabayan din na coach na. Sabi ko, makita ko lang sa personal to mga tao na to, okay na ako. Makapagpa-picture lang ako sa kanila, okay na ako. Sobrang grateful ko na sa sarili ko noon na makapagpa-picture ako sa mga MMA fighter, sabi ko. Pero that time na nakita ko si coach, I was starstruck sa kanya. Parang ang hirap naman lapitan ng tao na to na magsasabi ako magpa-picture ganito, ganyan. So, hindi nangyari na nakapagpa-picture ako sa kanya or what. Pero, isa yun sa mga pinagsisihan ko na opportunity. Sabi ko, nandun na ako sa part na nakita ko na yung mga gusto kong, yung mga idols ko, na which is dapat ginawa ko na. Pero, ayun, moving forward ulit, nakilala ko yung Roll PH, si Ralph Ramos, and then dun talaga ako nagkaroon ng opportunity na magkaroon ng connection sa iba't ibang gyms. Like, ayun nga, nang naipakilala sa akin ni Ralph si Coach Joe, and then yun, naipakilala din sa akin yung Tough Guy. So, by that, up until now, I am training with one of the most marketable fighters here in the Philippines, Coach Joe Biznatso, our three organizational champion here in the Philippines, and also with the man behind the cage, Uncle Jack, and our international coach, Coach JL and Sensei Clifford, and the others pa, mga black belters ng Top Guys. I was blessed na nakilala ko yung lahat. Yun. So,
Wow.
yun yung istorya ni Kidrak.
So, this is a lot to take because some of the, I mean, I know you worked at constructions before. I mean, I know that, but there's a lot in there that I don't know about you. Wow, that's a that's a very interesting origin story, because I think most of the fighters now don't experience that, the usual provinciano going to Manila trope. because I'm a provinciano too, and I went to Manila on my own. But man, the things that you went through selling, being an entrepreneur at a young age to support yourself, that's a lot. I mean, at 12, I don't know what I was doing at 12, but
Yeah.
you were already working for a living. So,
Mm,
you mentioned that you already fought in UGB before you met Joe.
yeah.
What was your team back then?
I already established my name by that time. It was Kid Rock already since
Mm,
I was thinking nung nag-con kasi ako, nung nag-file ako ng entry sa Matchmaker. Edi yung format gano'n, may nickname, ganito,
mm,
ganyan. Ay ano ko, ganito, ganyan, slasher man, parang hindi naman bagay or what. Kasi, ano kaya, isip-isip ako. But, in some part, parang sumagi sa isip ko na yung mga tao kasi, kapag nakikita ko, parang, tapos tinatanong ako kung anong edad ko na, sinasabi nila, oh, 20 ka na? Parang 16 ka lang, ganito. Parang sobrang
mm,
bata mo. And by that time, parang 20 years old ako, I think. Nagtatrabaho ako nun sa Taguig. And then, naghuhukay ako nung Poso Negro, yung septic tank.
mm.
Tapos, nagtanong sa akin doon, sabi, ilang taon na yung naghuhukay dyan? Sabi ko. Sabi ko, 20 na po ako. Oh, hindi ka minor, parang ganun. Hindi sila makapaniwala. And then yun, and there's some part din na pag nakikita ako ng tao na kapag shirtless ako, parang ano,
Mm,
na ano, parang ganun yung katawan ko, rip and, you know,
mm,
when that sabi ko, parang, okay to they seeing me as a kid and at the same time, yung katawan ko is like a rock, ganun. So, I was
mm.
combining it and yeah, yun, doon na rin nag-umpisa yun ng, okay, sige, okay, ito na lang talaga sabi ko. So, yun yung pinasa ko and then, okay naman, pumatok naman siya sa tao and up until now, hindi naman napapalitan and hopefully, ito na rin talaga.
And that's a very interesting. So that's the origin story why Kid Rock.
Yes.
And honestly, it's a very catchy ring name, Kid Rock. It's easy to pronounce. Everybody can say it. It's easy to
Mm.
remember. So marketing is really easy for you with that um, with that nickname or ring name. Um, I want to know, and well, not me exactly. The people want to know because all they see in social media is you training and sometimes going to places, getting coffee. Who
Mm.
is Kid Rock outside the cage or outside
Okay.
MMA?
Okay. Kidra outside MMA or outside the cage is a full-time BPO worker. So, yeah, kung yung mga nagme-message sa akin ng umaga, hindi ko kayo ma-replyan and sometimes nakakapag-reply ako ng gabi. That's why. Gabi kasi yung trabaho ko as a BPO employee. And aside from that, right now I am also one of the head staff of the PCC, which is the Philippine Combat Championship, and your matchmaker as well.
So BPO. Um, Correct me if I'm wrong. BPO, especially here in the Philippines, because I was part of the BPO not too long ago. Before I worked with IT, BPO mostly works at night. Yes.
Yep.
Mhm. So how do you balance the lack of sleep, work, the stress from work, and training in MMA?
Actually, it's too hard eh. Pero it depends. It depends sa tao. Like, yeah, sabi nga nila, most of people ask me, paano mo na paano mo na isisingit na ganito, ganyan. And then, also my coworker is asking me as well na, oh, nagtitraining ka pa niyan, tapos ganito, ganyan. Paano na lang yung pahinga mo? Paano na lang ganito? So, doon na lang talaga magdi-depend yan sa sa disiplina ng tao. So, it's up to you kung paano mo siya isisingit sa mga free times mo or what. Me as a person kasi, yeah, there are times na meron ako na-waste na time pero pag yung natambay ako or wala akong ginagawa, feeling ko magkakasakit ako eh, parang gano'n. Kaya sometimes kapag wala tayong training, ginagawa ko, tumatakbo ako. And yun, 'pag gano'n kasi na wala akong ginagawa, hindi din ako makatulog kasi most of the time din, malikot din yung utak ko eh, parang kung ano-ano inisip ko. Parang,
Mm.
ano ba gagawin ko ngayong araw or what. Tapos 'pag feeling ko parang walang masakit sa katawan ko, parang magkakasakit talaga ako or para akong mas lalong tinatamad. Yun.
Mhm. Yep. That's like, because if you relax or you rest for more than 2 days, you are gonna feel you're gonna feel really bad. I kind of see myself a lot in your situation right now because when I was starting out in MMA, I was also working in a BPO in the night shift, and I was taking calls, so it was a really stressful job. And I also experienced that. How do you do this? How do you do that while working? Um, it yeah it I agree with you. It's hard because you work at night, and the time difference is very it, it's a very big deal because like us, we can only train maybe in the afternoon, early afternoon, or early morning. So there's no other room for that aside from those two time windows. Um, and you are actually doing really good uh, when it comes to that, since you are at least in my opinion, you are in a high level skill set or high level here in the MMA Philippines. Uh, I think you've already mentioned what inspired you to keep going in the MMA community, or I mean, in the MMA business.
Mhm.
But from from the time that you met Joe, um, what inspired you to pursue more in this business?
Okay, first, what inspired me to keep going in MMA community? Before I met Coach Joe, I was thinking and I was planning na mag-stop na talaga. And yeah, doing other things na lang na like some physical activities like running or whatsoever or
Mm.
gyms, something like that. Kasi nasa ano na ako noon eh, nasa lose streak na ako noon eh. 2 lose streak and then both of them are finish round 1. And sabi ko, okay, wala akong career dito, sabi ko ganun. And then
Mm.
when I met Coach Joe, yun, nandun nagkaroon ng spark and I have those fires na, oh, ang laki pala ng potential ko pag natutukan, sabi ko gano'n.
Mm.
And then yun, yeah, yung nag-inspire sa akin to keep going is yung mga taong naniniwala sa akin, especially yung magulang ko, yung mga teammates ko, yung mga kababayan ko. And right now, also, I want to make history in my own province na hopefully maging first MMA champion sa province namin.
Wow, that is and I think you're kind of recognized in the wider Mindoro area. You're kind of a
Mm.
local celebrity. I sometimes call you the Prince of Mindoro. um, let's look away from the questions for now. Let's read some of the comments here. So JL said, masama na loob, loob ayaw intro. Uh, I think you have Johnson Talantad, Kid Rock, your number one supporter watching from Mindoro. That's
Okay.
from Lemart
This one, Robert
Abeo.
Abello, is one of my friends
Mm,
sa Mindoro. And yeah, college classmate ko yan. And hopefully, sana pag-uwi ko, mapadalhan mo na ako ng ng tuyo or isda.
Okay. We have shout out Lamert Abeo, and we have Lee Villanueva.
Oh, this one as well is my close friend and batchmate nung high school.
Mm,
Shoutouts sa Kaalon TV page. Please follow and like. And yeah, nasa ibang bansa yata ito ngayon. I think
mhm.
his, kasi ito seaman. So, international shipment.
Okay. Actually, he's the first person to be in the comment section. He was asking if you were already interviewed, and yeah, I replied no. So he can watch. Oh, this next one, you'll like this one. The face of tough guys,
Oh.
Bian, Kid Rock, and Michael Jack, my idol.
Oh, shout out Senpai Bian Vicencio, one of our black belt and top guys.
Idol Jensen from Sir Clifford Hong. Guapo.
Shout out Sir Clifford, Sensei Clifford.
We got a comment here from JL again. Pag wala kang bisyo or kalokohan, madali mo lang ipasok ang fitness sa day. Good as I observe. Yes. Coach JL is right.
I agree.
I think you don't drink, Jensen.
Before, nung nung bata-bata pa ako siguro. Mga
teens.
Teens and early 20 na parang siguro until 21 or 22 parang ano.
I think everybody went through that phase in life. But now no more, especially when you right, because it's not really advisable if you are, especially if you're like you are maintaining a certain weight. Alcohol can make you gain weight. That's something that I learned and regret last December. All right. Last, Lemart, I'm gonna put your question in the park. I'm gonna park your question. Let's have that next time because that's a really interesting one. So let's go to the next question here. So we've talked about how you why you pursued the MMA career, and you said that it's like meeting Joe and training with Jovin and being in the tough guy scene gave you the hope and the spark to pursue. Aside from Joe and the tough guys the tough guys team or PCC team, who are the people that inspires you to keep going in MMA?
Sino ba? Sa family, not really naman yung family kasi the time na sinabi ko sa kanila na lalaban ako and yung sinabi ko sa kanila na gusto ko na rin mag-stop, they agree as well. So, sino ba? I think those persons who believe in me, like the fans out there na yung nakikita yung yung potential ko, and sila din yung nagbibigay ng pressure sa akin, like when they're telling na parang sobrang lakas mo ganto ganyan, which is I know in myself na hindi naman talaga. Pero yeah, they are the one who gases me para magpatuloy. Like parang kumbaga sa car, unfueled na ako, pero sila yung nagbibigay ng gasolina para umabante.
All right. Jensen, that's a really beautiful thing and a very beautiful philosophy because most of people would say I'm this is really my thing. I really want this, and I believe in my skills. That's a good thing. I'm not saying that's bad, but pursuing this or keep going because of the people that believes in you is something else. That's an elevation of it. And I think you have a lot of recently I've noticed you have a lot of fans here
Mhm.
in Manila in the recent a year in the recent year. You've had a growing in following the social media and Facebook especially. um how do you feel about that, being a provinciano that came to Manila and got known in Manila?
Um, I was grateful for being recognized for most of the people here in Manila, and I never think na makakarating ako dito sa point na to before. But right now, I can tell na I am living in my dreams.
You've said you've said a really short thing, but I can see it in your eyes that the feeling is deeper and greater than what you said. So I'll leave it at that for interpretation. But I think because like I've said, I'm also a provinciano. I think that's an overwhelming feeling, especially like you grew your own name here in the big city. That's something to be proud of. um Let me ask you something controversial. And this is not in the paper that I gave you, the document. Who do you want to fight if you're given the chance to pick? Who do you want to fight here in MMA Philippines, and why?
Ikaw Hmm. Should I disclose it here? Para ayaw ko muna disclose eh.
Okay, let's focus on the why. Why do you want to fight him first?
Hmm. First of all, I want to fight him because um, I look him up as my trophy in my career, and from the start na nagano ako nag-MMA ako, I found him na I hope someday na makalaban ko tong tao na to. And when that day comes, I will be very grateful whether I win or lost
Hmm.
fighting him.
So what you're saying is the reason why you want to fight that guy is because in a way you kind of look up to him. You idolize him in a way. Is
Yeah,
that mm, okay?
exactly.
That's I've seen a lot of fighters go through that. The most recent one was Adesanya. He idolized Anderson Silva a lot. And
Mm.
when time came, that when time came, they fought. Do you want that to happen to you? I mean, there's this thing that people say, and they say you do not meet your idol because most likely it's either you're gonna get overwhelmed or underwhelmed, and most of the time you're gonna get underwhelmed or disappointed. Do you believe in that?
Yes, I believe in that um, phrase na sinasabi ng
Mm-mm.
karamihan na, yeah, dalawa lang naman talaga eh.
Mm-mm.
Whether ma-disappoint ka sa resulta or maging grateful ka.
Mm-mm. All right.
Lang.
So let's hold on the name. Let's not disclose the name. I just wanna ask, uh, what's his weight?
We have the same weight eh. Whether it's
Flyweight.
125. whether it's 125 or 115, I think.
Mm-mm. Okay. Last clue for everybody. Which organization is he in now?
Mm.
The most recent that he fought.
He's in one championship right now, I think.
Well, there's a lot of people in one championship. Anyway, let's move forward. Well, all right. Okay. That's enough clues for the people because I know some of you know who that is. All right. Jensen, what's next for you in MMA?
Okay, the next one for me is the BFC championship belt. That's what I'm looking up to.
Was that BFC Blaze?
Yep.
Okay.
And I hope
Oh.
that will happen as much or as soon as possible.
Um,
I'm really excited to get
was
that belt.
was that the one? Oh wait, I'm confused. Was that the one that you're gonna get a third rematch? I mean,
Yep.
second rematch. Oh, okay. Cause I remember we were in Pampanga. Wink, wink. We were in Pampanga last time you fought there, and you won. And I think was it 1-1 the
1-1.
score? 1-1. Okay. All right. You have a date when this is coming?
Wala pa eh. Wala pang nadi-disclose na date. Pero
Mm.
I hope na dapat sana April or basta kahit anong date, I'll be ready for it.
Mm. All right. Okay. Well, Johnson, good luck with that. You know, I'll always be in the gym training with you. I'm always gonna be your sparring partner. Wink. All right. Next question here, and this is I wanna know, and people wants to know, um, how is Jansen Talatad as a matchmaker? How is the life being a matchmaker? What are your struggles, challenges?
Okay. Being a matchmaker is not an easy task, you know. You need to find the fighters na magma-match dun sa i-match mo, kaya nga matchmaking. Okay. So, ang isa sa pinakamahirap is yung mga nagba-back out without those deep reason why they're backing out. And yeah, isa sa mga nag-ano doon, mga mahirap is yung, alam mo yun, yung kapag mayroon kang kakilala na parang ano, yung parang hindi mo sila matanggihan or what, parang ganun. Pero, yeah, I'm building myself na mag-say ng no or next event ka na lang, ganito, ganyan. Yeah, I'm improving myself in matchmaking, and I think I will have or we will have more exciting fight this next event.
Yeah, everybody's looking forward to that. And going to the thing that are struggling. Yeah, I mean, I know you. You're a nice guy. Everybody Jensen's a nice guy, and you find it sometimes you find it hard to say no to people.
Oo.
But I think
yung pag
go ahead.
alam mo yun, yung pagkakakilala sa'yo ng tao, ito ka, ganito, ganyan, madaling kausapin or what. Ang hirap mag-ano sa kanila eh, yung parang pag inano mo sila, yung, you know, pag sa babae, pag sinungitan mo or ganito, ganyan. Parang, yung, alam mo yung, parang, ano kaya isipin nito sa akin? Parang, naging matchmaker ka lang, ganyan ka na, parang gano'n. So, yeah, pero, ganun talaga eh.
And there's a lot of things that are going on behind being a matchmaker. And I'm not a matchmaker, but based on, because PCC has rules and we have standards, and if you don't meet those, and if you don't come in, or if you don't come into us with the right attitude and the right vision, you won't get it.
Mm.
It's just like, even in the dress code of the audience, we have that. And that's just the way things are. And just some people interpret things differently and negatively. But for the wider audience, johnson needs uh johnson needs to have a check. He has a checklist, and if you knock off one of those, one is off, then he has to say no, or maybe next time. So you gotta understand, it's a job. It's not it's
Yeah.
not something that you just you just think, oh, I'm gonna be this one day. Hi. um what's the what's the hardest part for you, aside from that? What's the hardest part of being a matchmaker?
Hardest part. Yung deadlines.
Hmm. Okay. Okay, I get what you say, because I think there's a time frame, there's a window. Like once like once an event announced that, hey, we're gonna have this event, it all depends on if you already have a lineup. So
Yep.
that's the one that pressures you a lot.
Yung deadline, isa yun sa mga nagpe-pressure sa akin. Yun talaga yung isa sa pinakamahirap. And then, the second one is those fighters na mahirap makipag-communicate sa kanila. Like,
Mm,
pag humingi ka ng ganitong details, ganitong information, ganitong document,
mm,
hindi nila maintindihan. Like, for example, nagbigay na ako ng list ng natin, ng rules and regulation or what. Isang bagsakan ko na binigay. And then suddenly, magtatanong ulit, ganyan, ganyan, ganito, ganyan. So parang, for me, I know na meron tayong different types of IQs or level of understanding. Pero
mm,
I think hindi naman ganun kahirap intindihin yung kasi tina-pattern naman siya. And ayun, advice ko lang din sa iba na before you submit your entries, make sure na naintindihan niyo yung rules na binibigay. Even kahit sa organizations. Kasi most of the fighters na napapansin ko dito, kaya laos yung career or hindi umaabante because of that. Parang kasi pag tingin nila sa fight promotion, ito lang, pasa ko lang yung pangalan ko, ganito ganyan, sila na bahala sa
mm.
akin. So you need to work on yourself as well. Fighting is not just fighting. It's also a matter of din, yung IQ natin and yung understanding natin. Paano pag napunta tayo sa ibang bansa, di ba? Di ba nga, sa ibang
Right.
sa ibang
And I think, and this is just my opinion, I think the issue with most of the skilled fighters here, because Philippines has a lot of really skilled and great fighters. It's just the attitude towards how they deal with it. Um, something that they can go into an event and ignore the rules. Something they can go to an event late. Those kind of small things makes a lot of difference when it comes to handling these things. So to the wider MMA Filipino MMA community, let's work on changing that. um I was gonna read the comment section for about 5 minutes more, but I think this is really important. We have a comment here from El Presidente, Joe Vincentso. He said, kailan ka namin mapapanood lumaban ulit?
Kung hindi man yung championship belt, it depends on your decision, coach.
Like, like what do you mean? It depends on Jovin. What does that mean?
Like, if it tell me some fights na Johnson laban ka dito or what, and
Mm.
pag binigyan niya ako ng kunwari laban or fighter na kaya mo daw labanan mo this time or ganito, and if I find out na kaya ko, then go.
Okay. All right. I get it now. So, if he says you need to fight this and this and that, you're gonna go for it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Joe Vincent. So I think he's in Malaysia right now. Please bring us whatever is in Malaysia.
Yung Buddha nakahiga.
Oh man. I'm gonna read Lemar Abeo's comment here. He is asking you, and this is like we have 5 levels of spice here. This is like level 4 spice. Are you ready, Jensen? Here's the question. I asked about the love life of Kid Rock. Oh!
Regarding that, it's been almost a year na wala nang love life si Kid Rock, and right now Kid Rock is busy building himself na sa career, sa trabaho, sa love life, I think wala po muna. It depends pa rin.
Okay, let me ask you like a situational question. Do you think it's better for you now, or it's better for your career in general, if you have somebody, or not? Do you think it's gonna help for your career, or it's gonna hinder? What do you feel about that? What do you think?
I have 2 comments about that. If it's
Okay.
something na i-inspires you, yeah, it would. Yung partner na maiintindihan ka, and yeah, it would help. But if you find a partner na like imbes na i-inspire ka, i-depress ka, it's a big no.
All right. Well, yeah.
So, you need to find someone. I think I need to find someone na inline dun sa kinahihiligan ko, para at least she understand yung mga ginagawa ko.
All right. So, ladies, there you go. You can fall in line. Maybe we can do a pre-screen. I'm joking. So yeah, but seriously, I agree on that. You have to find somebody that would align to your vision and your goals. So you can work on it together for the future. So yeah, that's a good one. Any more questions from the comment sections? Anyone wants to ask Jensen a question? Okay, we don't have any we don't have anyone in the comments. I wanna ask how. Oh, you got a question. Hey, MNG Hustles. Hi, May. How are you? I think you're in the back room right here. Shout out to May. Okay. Man, May got me. So. Sorry, I'm reading the comment section. Okay. I wanna know, since I know you are in the running community, and I kind of relate to that because when I was like very, very young, when I was like 22, 21, I used
Mm.
to run in Makati, the same route that you're running. How did you get into that? How did
Mm.
you meet the community and yada yada yada?
Before I was like running around here. So, paikot-ikot lang dito sa city. Sa City Hall. And then one time nung nag-start yung ano, yung Ayala Car Free Sundays,
Mm-hmm.
yung the very first na nag-start yun, doon nakapag-join ako doon, and then yan. Parang I think parang isa ako dun sa top 10 na um, finisher.
Mm-hmm.
So yun,
Okay.
parang dun ako nagkaroon ng engagement dun sa mga running communities, and then dun sa mga runners na ano. And then na nagkaroon ako ng connection dito sa Rockwell Run Club because of one of my friend, not really a friend, pero isa lang din sa mga nakilala ko dun sa running,
Mm.
sa si sino kasi? Si Asher Dabu. Sa Asher Dabu kasi yung sa ano niya, sa Instagram.
Mm.
So isa siya sa mga ambassador din ng ano, ng Adidas, I think. So yun, right after that, naging regular na yung pagtakbo ko dito kasama yung Rockwell Run Club, and they're a good club to run with.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have time, Uncle Jack, please go.
I've been,
Please show up.
how it is. How we've been trying and trying to set this up. Um, I'm gonna heal my foot injury. And once I have that, it's like 80% healed.
Mm.
Um, I'll come to your run.
Okay.
All right. So what we've been having, we've been hearing you share like words of wisdom in in social media, and I think I posted one of that. Um, okay, but serious question here. Based on your experience so far, um, what was the difference between fighting locally and fighting in the international scene? What did you notice was the key difference?
The difference is first is yung culture sa ibang bansa. So kaya you need to know their culture first, and yeah, dapat at least marunong ka mag-English para makipag-communicate ka sa kanila.
Mm.
And then ayun, yung weather, so isa sa mga kanyon, and then yung like sinabi ko nga yung culture, yung pagkain nila doon. So iba. Yeah, you need to adjust yourself eh. You need kailangan mo talagang ma-adjust na malaki.
Mm.
So fighting here kasi sa local, parang okay lang eh. Okay, sige, Pinoy din naman to, ganito, ganyan. So, wala kang ibang, wala kang ikakabother na what. So, pagdating talaga sa ibang bansa, expect mo na high caliber yung makakaharap mo doon. So, and always, in every fight, expect na malakas yung kalaban mo kasi nagpe-prepare yan. And then, ano pa ba? I think yun lang. Yun lang. Yung weather, yung culture, and then yung language barrier. So, you
Mm.
need to work on that, and then yung skills as well.
Mm. You mentioned and you highlighted the language. Like specifically, you said you need to learn basic or a bit of English if you want to step into the international scene, because for the longest time, we Filipinos don't have interpreters. What do you think is the impact of that? Is that something major that Filipino fighters need to have if they want to enter the international scene?
Yes, para ano, ang isa sa factor kasi nun para hindi ka maloko. And isa pa, yun talaga para hindi ka maloko, hindi ka magulangan, and alam mo kung ano yung gagawin mo dun pagdating mo dun sa bansa.
All right. All right. That makes sense. That makes sense. Because I think there's a from what I've heard from you and Joe, I think there's a press conference or a media day where you get interviewed in that kind of jazz. So yeah, I think that is really important. At least like basic English, right? And I think I've heard one fighter said that you really need to consider the weather on what country you're going to, because this one veteran fighter here in the Philippines, he's a retired fighter. He was a champion. Um, he said this one fighter went to Japan and it was winter and he did not prepare for the weather there. So when he fought, the adjustment period was not enough because it's a hot, it's like warm here in the Philippines. It's really cold in Japan, especially in the winter months. So he lost because he got a little bit sick. So I think that's also a factor. You need to know the weather of the country that you're going to. Joe has a question here. I think he was trying to understand your question or what you said about him giving you a fight. Predict ko sa next fight mo. Joe, I think Jensen was trying, what he was trying to say was it depends on you. Like if you, whatever you're gonna give him, if you want him to fight other people or whatever. I think that's what he meant. All right. So
If it's Jack, if it's about our trilogy coach sa amin ni Rodtang, please expect I will finish him.
do you have like a round, or you're just gonna
Mm,
surprise us?
um, walang round, pero please expect I can
Mm,
finish that.
all right. So let's we everybody know, like a lot of people know the name Kid Rock, but who's behind the name Kid Rock? Who's the team? Who's the people behind Kid Rock?
Yeah, the people behind Kid Rock, first is my coach, Coach Joe Vincent So, and then my teammates as well. The team Tough Guys International. So we have Coach JL Tolentino, Sensei Clifford, the other black belts of Tough Guys, Senpai Vince, um, Senpai, how you call this? Pare-parehas
Andrew?
kasi pangalan, pare-parehas kasi pangalan ng letter V. So,
Uh,
Vince, si Vian,
mhm.
si Andrew Tika, congratulations by the way. And then, sino pa? Uncle Jack, and then the other, yung mga bagong pausbong na top guys, sina AJ, yan, sina Cyron. And then, aside from that, there are some people's pa, sa running community, yung Rockwell Run Club, and then yung Roll PH din, sila Ralph Ramos, and then the other part of community overall PH.
All right. I almost forgot because you mentioned you were, for a bit, you were part of Roll PH, and shout out to Ralph, really good guy, really great guy. Um, what was the agreement between Joe and Ralph? Yeah, like they have an agreement like, hey, I'm gonna get this guy from you, Ralph. What was it?
You know what, bro? Ralph is very nice guy. He is, he's just inviting people to his rooftop to train with or to spar with. And then, if they find out na may ano ka, may potential ka or what, parang i-introduce ka niya sa alam niyang may alam na fighter or coaches.
Mm.
Like me, parang sabi niya, uy, sabi niya ganito ganyan. Pumupunta dito si Joa, ganito ganyan. And then, pag pumunta ulit dito, sabihan kita para ma-introduce kita sa kanya. Like something like that. And then, they have no agreement, I think. I don't know if they have internal usapan or whatsoever. Pero most of the fighters na i-introduce niya to other teams, and most of them are ano na rin, especially boxing, mga professional, I think wala namang agreement. So yeah, Ralph Ramos is just helping the community to grow. And yeah, if there's someone na gustong maka-experience ng combat sport or like sparring, just message the Ralph PH or Ralph Ramos.
Well, I didn't know that. So, wow, Ralph really is a great guy. So he he introduced you to Joe, or what what's the right term for that? Like, he endorsed you to Joe. All right, that's a really interesting and great story behind, because I've always wondered if he's from Roll PH, what happened? That kind of thing. Um, I think we have one more question before we wrap up this interview or this talk. Oh, hey, shout out, Uncle. Hey, B-boy from B-boy's my really close friend, my best friend from Naga City. Shout out, Naga City. Good evening. I'm pretend. I was saying it like Naga City has a different time. Okay, so question here. The next question here is, uh, based on your experience so far, what can you share to your fans, followers, especially the kids and young adults, when it comes to life, and what can we learn from Kid Rock?
Ayun, if you have a dream in your heart and in your mind as well, na alam nyo kaya nyo, i-pursue nyo. And yun lang. Ano din, kailangan talaga isa puso nyo eh. Kasi kung wala kang heart dun sa ginagawa mo, hindi mo makukuha yung gusto mong makuha. And also, be professional sa mga ginagawa mo. Pag-aralan mo rin muna kung ano yung papasukin mo bago mo pasukin. And then, ayun, maging masipag sa training. And then, makinig sa coach, sa teammates, in a good way. If they're telling you some bad ways na, you can disregard it or you can say no for that. Basta kung ano man yung mga information na nag-gather mo sa ibang tao, whether it is a good or bad, just pick those good things na makakatulong sa'yo. And then yung mga alam mong bagay na hindi naman makakatulong sa'yo, hayaan nyo na lang. And then yun, So, from Kid Rock, ano ba? Maging masipag lang talaga. So, ayun, maniwala kayo sa sarili nyo na kaya nyo, and then believe in God as well. So,
Amen.
yeah, yun lang. I think yun lang. So, makinig palagi sa mentor, sa coach. Huwag matigas ang ulo.
All right. That was a very inspiring words. Truly inspiring words from Jensen Kid Rock Talagtad. It's been we for the audience here, we keep on laughing when somebody says like words of wisdom, that kind of stuff, because Jensen likes to reverse the words of wisdom that we have. All right. What's next? Where do you see yourself years from now?
Years from now, if given a chance, I think I am a champion here in local, and I hope I can be a full-time PCC matchmaker and staff as well. And I hope na sana kasi yung pag-BPO hindi ko naman siya hindi naman talaga siya pinangarap na maging trabaho pero I've been grateful na naging trabaho ko siya or tinatrabaho ko siya ngayon, pero I hope sana makapagbigay ako ng full-time sa MMA community na sana na makatulong the next following years, and more international fights pa sana.
All right. And I hope you do too, and I will be behind you on that one. Jensen, do you have stuff that's coming out? Maybe, caps, shirts.
By the way, if you want I was planning na mag-release ng shirts ko ulit, yung Kid Rock shirt. If you want to purchase, just message me regarding that. So, yeah. Medyo busy lang talaga ngayon, hindi lang talaga maisagaso yung mga ganung bagay. Pero, I was planning sooner. So, if you if you would like to purchase one of my merch, please don't hesitate to message me, okay?
All right. So there you have it, everybody. What is your socials? Facebook and your favorite hangout place, Instagram.
Okay. Facebook page, Kid Rock MMA. Hindi masyadong active, pero please follow nyo para at least lumaki yung page. Then, follow nyo rin ako mismo sa aking personal account, Jensen Taladtad, and also my Instagram account is Jansen_Kidrock, and then I think it's Kidrock_Jansen. Basta. And then sa my YouTube channel, Kidrock. And then yung PCC, please follow PCC, Philippine Fighting or Philippine Combat Championship sa Facebook and Instagram, and sa YouTube as well. Please subscribe. And then, ano pa ba? Yung Roll PH, and then Tough Guys International. Please follow, like, share, subscribe. Whatever you want. And then Hangout
Kid Rock _Jensen. The
Okay.
Instagram. I'm reviewing it right now.
Thank you. So, sa Hangout Place, hindi naman ako maarte, pero yung mga, I would prefer yung mga coffee shops.
All right. So, for the fans and you know where to find any particular place you hang out to at?
Pag madaling araw, nandun ako lagi sa sa Lawson, sa Makati, Ayala North Exchange, Makati. Ayun. O siguro
Alright.
around 1 o'clock pag break time ko nun. Yun. Pero pag
Alright.
weekend, Ayala, nasa ano ako eh, nasa run ako nun eh. Tapos maghapon tulog. Yun.
Alright. Well, Johnson, it's been an honor having you here, and this is not gonna be the last time that you'll be here. You're gonna be stuck with me in the future. um, I'm gonna give you this time to say thank you to the people, say hi to your fans, the works.
Okay, thank you so much sa lahat ng nag-join sa amin ni Uncle Jack ngayon dito sa Beyond the Cage. And also, please like, share, and follow the page, Habit Size Fighter. And yeah, I would like to thank the following here. The first of all, my kababayans, the Roseños, the Mendoreños, and then the communities here in the Philippines, MMA community, local MMA, Kuya Mike Saison, for helping us to promote the MMA industry here in local. And yeah, to the teammates here from Roll PH, Roll Ramos, shoutout sa inyo, sa UGB, kay Papa Goat, kay Ma'am Pearl, sa Tough Guys International, and sa mga black belts natin, thank you for helping us. And then kay Coach Joe, kay Sir JL, kay Undertika, Sir Clifford, sa Rockwell Run Club, shoutout sa Kaalon TV channel, sa Kapigsa channel, kay Madam Photography na isa sa naging sponsor ko sa photography ko sa fighting poses ko na sinubmit ko sa India before. And then also this one running events coming up this March 16, 2025, the MNL City Run Heartbeat Run 2025. Kay Sir Ruel Regine, ano to? Kay Sir Ruel Regine. Yun lang.
All right. Is that free, or do they have to register?
They do need to register to help those this MNL City Run is dedicated to, I think, for those who have parang yung may mga heart diseases, parang ganun, I think.
All right. So it's a charity run.
Yeah, charity run.
All right. So there you have it. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Johnson, Kid Rock, Talentad. It's been a pleasure to having you here. I'll see you in the gym.
See you in the gym.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, bro. So that was a really fun and interesting episode of Beyond the Cage with Jack. Why am I doing that? um so we had very interesting people today. Graphics genius, coach, and fighter, that is Janche Baltazar. Very good guy, very passionate about MMA. And we have Johnson Kid Rock Talagtad, that is a rising MMA star here in the Philippine MMA scene, and also the matchmaker of PCC, Philippine Combat Championship. Join me again next Saturday, 8 p.m. I don't know who my guest is. Well, I think I know, but not sure. We have very interesting guests and MMA personalities in the future. So, you have a great night, day, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Luati.